What's up, everybody? This is Concrete Zebra with Craftmaster Productions and Studio One Tutorials.com, and today I'm going to be showing you how to sidechain your kick drum to an 808. What's up, everybody? It's Concrete Zebra with Craftmaster Productions, Studio One Tutorials.com. Don't forget to stop by Studio One Tutorials.com and download the new template / MIDI / stem / change your life / look at all my projects and analyze my mixing decisions / construction kit / bag up. It is a product that has 5 beats that I made where I'm giving you the entire session file. I'm giving you bounce stems and I'm giving you the bounce MIDI so you don't have to use Studio One to enjoy this product. It also comes with a free trap drum kit. So stop by Studio One Tutorials and check that out. Real quick, I was working on a tutorial that I'm going to be releasing later on. This is basically showing you how to do the slow Travis Scott effect switch up without having to have Gross Beat or FL Studio or anything like that, so you don't think that you need to switch DAWs just to make a tight beat. And going through this, I was doing it working with the drums. A lot of Trav's older stuff had a method where he would use like acoustic kicks over 808s, and that's really cool. But it could be difficult to get them to sit right, and kind of the easiest way to do that is with Sidechain Compression. The kick that I'm using is this one right here. It's from Illmind, his Black Kit 7 kit, which is a fucking excellent kit. Now you hear that kick is boomy. It's got like its own stuff going on in the subs. And the 808 that I'm using is this guy right here. Now without the compressor that I have engaged on it, this is what it sounds like. And you hear just without it that 808 kind of just gets lost, or the acoustic kick kind of gets lost and pushed to the back and marginalized. And you know, for the way that I wanted this to sound, I already had it in my head that I wanted that big distorted 808 that is kind of the star of the show, but I also wanted to kick the smack, and I wanted you to be able to hear, you know, all the cool parts of that kick. So the first thing of getting this to really go was, you know, just selecting a kick that was pretty short. And the way that I set up the sidechain is, first you want to figure out how long your release is going to be, and I do that by bouncing the kick. You want to change your time base 2 seconds, and then you count out. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you count those divisions right there. Multiply it by 10. That's going to be your milliseconds. So this is 50 milliseconds. So you say the kick is like 50 milliseconds long, and just keep that in the back of your mind. Now, the way that you set up the sidechain in Studio One is very easy. You put a compressor on the track that you want to sidechain, the track that you want to turn the volume down in, to let the other element shine through. And that's what sidechaining is. As far as sidechain compression, you're turning the volume down on either like a bus or a track in order to make room for another element to come through. And the most popular thing to do is, you know, sidechain a kick to a bass or a kick to a synth or something like that, right? So now I have my kick pattern, which I want to trigger the sidechain. So I put a compressor on, and you go ahead and you press sidechain. I'm using the Studio One compressor because all you guys have it, and I want to make this easy. But this, you can use, Studio One has this function written into every third-party compressor. So any third-party compressor can be engaged like this if you have something that you like, or you want to use a limiter or something like that, which is not uncommon. So I've got my compressor set up, and let's just go ahead and default the settings. So that's what you guys will see. Now what I need to do is, now that I've got the sidechain engaged, I've got to send the sidechain information, because you could see we need to make room for the kick. So what I do is you go to sends and you see where this says sidechain, and you find the compressor. Boom. On 808, insert number 2 compressor. You go ahead and you send that to the compressor. All right, and then you go ahead and you click this button right here, make it post fader. All right, then once you have that routing set up, you'll have you'll have the kick triggering the compression now. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set up your attack and your release. Now your attack is going to be set up as quick as possible because you want the compressor to engage as soon as the kick hits, because we want to turn the volume down as soon as the kick hits so that we can hear it. The release, we're going to, this is why we remember that 50 milliseconds, because as soon as the duration of that kick is over, we want the compressor to stop working, and we want to bring up, we want the 808 to return to the normal volume that it was at prior to us engaging the compression. So that was 50 milliseconds. We'll go ahead and dial that in. I'm going to go ahead and just turn the ratio all the way up to 20, so that way we can have a nice exaggerated effect. If we need to dial it back, we'll go ahead and do that. And now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to, let's see, I'm gonna crank the knee up to about 10, and I'm just gonna slam the threshold all the way down so that you can hear the effect that this has on the 808. Now, just off of doing that, I'm hearing that I feel like I want to let go of the compression a little earlier. Let's go ahead and listen to that. Yeah, I like that a lot better. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to push the threshold up, and the way I want it to sound is I want the kick to be a part of the 808. I don't want, normally the way that I mix, and I've shown you guys how to mix before, is to have your kick drum, like almost like 6 to 10 dB higher than the 808. And then when you go ahead and you put the limiting on it, you're squashing it down so much that all that evens out anyway. For the purpose of this mix, I want the kick to be like a part of the 808 wave shape, so I want it to be even. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this threshold back up until I kind of hear that the best I can in these headphones begin to happen, and that's how I'm going to decide where to stop in this. I like that. I like that a lot. So now I have this big 808, just nasty, dirty, distorted 808 going along with my kick, and I'm using the compressor to turn down the volume and just make room for my kick. So it's now you don't have the the restriction on what type of kicks you can mix with your 808s. You can literally take, I mean, it's still best to use a short release kick. You don't want like a big boomy long kick, but at least in this capacity you can use tonality wise, whatever tone 808 or kick that you want, and mix it with your 808, and know at the very least somebody's going to be able to hear it. So and that in itself should excite you as a producer, just knowing that now you have a tool to, you know, go ahead and really, you know, jump in and make your own sound moving forward. So this is Concrete Zebra with Craftmaster Productions, Studio One Tutorials.com. Keep it simple, don't be basic, and we will see you on the next one.